The increasing gap between the rich and the poor is a major issue in today's world. The wealthy are accumulating more wealth and resources, while the less fortunate are finding it hard to keep up. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the factors that contribute to why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The number one factor that causes the huge gap in today's world is tax policy. The tax policy is one of the reasons why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Many countries often favor the wealthy people when it comes to tax policy. There's lower tax rate in capital gain, there's lower tax rates in dividends compared to earned income. There are so many loopholes that can allow tax avoidance. This will help the rich to accumulate more wealth than the poor. Come to think about it, when it comes to the wealthy and the income earners, wealthy people that have businesses, they pay their tax at the end of the year. They have paid for everything. They have even invested the profits into the company to grow their empire. So they, instead of them paying for the tax, invest the money into their company. So the little money they've got left, that is when they get taxed. So far, a company can reinvest its money into the company, then they don't have to pay tax on it because it's an investment in the company. But a less fortunate person, before you get your income, the taxman have already devoured the money. Let us take, for instance, you got paid £2,500. The taxman will devour the money, take his money out. NI, pension, they take everything, and you're left with, let's say, £1,500 to take home. You have to pay your rent, you have to pay your bills, transportation. Tell me, how are you going to be wealthy? That is why the rich getting richer, because they keep reinvesting their money into their company. And they spend their money first before they get taxed. But before you get your money, the taxman takes his money. Before you pay for transportation, before you pay for holiday, they take their money first. So that is why the rich are getting richer, and that's how they can accumulate more wealth for their company. Why a layman person will be living from paycheck to paycheck, because there's no way you can save with this amount of money you've gotten from your wages. There is no way you can save. They've taken the tax, they've taken the NI, they've taken the pension, they've taken all they need to take. So how are you going to be better off? That is a tax policy between the wealthy people and the poor people. So the tax policy is favoring the wealthy people, while the tax policy is not favoring the poorer. That's number one reason why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The number two why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer is technology advancements. The rich can invest in AI. They can invest in so many gadgets that can help to bring their company to another level, that can help them to build their wealth to a higher standard. But the poor, I'm afraid, they cannot afford this technology. So they will be struggling to move their company to a higher standard. They will keep on struggling to get a good productivity. Why the rich people will keep advancing in turnover, in productivity, because they have a technology that is helping them. We have so many companies now. There's so many companies that are investing in technology to enhance their productivity. Why a small business or poor person is still managing, cannot even afford it to take his own company to another. They can't afford it. That is another reason why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. The factors that is making the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer is globalization. The rich people are outsourcing and offshoring. They're taking their business to less developed countries so they can pay a lower labor cost, which this can lead to job loss and stagnant in wages, because they keep taking their job to less developed countries. Because they want to pay little money. They are getting huge profit. They want to pay lesser money in production of the product and get huge profits. This is how they are making more money. Why the poorer people are getting stranded, they can't get a job, struggling to increase their wages. The wages is stagnant. That is why they're getting poorer. Another factor that's making the rich richer and the poor poorer is education and skill gap. The education. The rich people have the money, they have the resources to get more knowledge, to get more skills in bettering themselves. Why the poor people, they can't afford the money, they can't afford the resources to better themselves, because they can't pay for these educational courses. It's hard for them to break through the barrier of poverty. I'm going to give you an example. I did a course. This course is about buying how to buy a property, how to flip property. They're going to train you. Do you know the cost amount? £15,000. So that is poor. Do you think they'll be able to do that? Because a poor person cannot afford this thing. They will still remain poor because they won't be able to break through the poverty background, because they can't afford the money to better themselves. Why a rich man will just put the money there because he knows he's going to get another ton of value, another ton of skills to upgrade itself, to upgrade its wealth. The next factor that's making the rich richer and the poor poorer is capital accumulation. The wealthy people, they accumulate wealth. The wealth they accumulate, they buy properties, they buy stocks, they have other assets, and they get revenue, they get income from other assets, they get more income from other things they've invested in their real estate, they get more money. Why the poor often live from paycheck to paycheck? Look at what I just explained. From one paycheck to another. How can they accumulate wealth where they cannot even upscale themselves in education? Why they cannot upscale themselves in getting advanced technology? Why they can't upscale their self in investing? So this will make the poor poorer. Investment income, they don't have it. Another factor that's making the rich richer and the poor poorer is political influence. The politicians, they want to favor the wealthy people. You have to understand, in a country, if you have wealthy people with companies, in a certain company, the economy wants to retain them, because if these companies, if they leave, how are you going to get jobs? So whenever they are making their policies, they will have to remember the rich people, because if they try and carry their company away, so many people will be jobless and the economy might crash. So whenever they want to make their policies, they try to consider the businesses, the wealthy people. So with this, wealthy people, they have significant influence on political decision. So these politics, it has to protect their interest and to help their wealth accumulation. They want to accumulate more wealth, because if they don't influence their company, they might take their business as well. This influence often lobbying for favorable regulations and tax break. They're looking for loopholes because the wealthy people don't like paying for tax. Instead of them paying for taxes, they rather invest it. They rather invest it in charities, because the wealthy invest in their own charity. They don't have to pay tax on charity. They don't have to pay tax. If they reinvest money into their company, they don't have to pay tax. Which leads us to the next one. Why the rich are getting richer and the poor? It is the good debt and the bad debt. The poor people think of short term. Why the wealthy people, they think about the long term. In conclusion, this video have just shown factors on why the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. So if you wish to cross to the other side of getting richer, I have done a video here that shows how you can become a multi-millionaire, step by step, what you need to start doing. And if you are in the poor, if you are still poor and you're still living from paycheck to paycheck, I have also done a video here which is habits that's keeping you poor. If you can break away from this habit, you can move to becoming a multi-millionaire. It is an habit and it is a milestone. To come out of living paycheck to paycheck, you need to make a conscious decision about your lifestyle. Please make sure you watch those videos so you can become wealthy, so you can move out from people saying the poor are getting poorer. And if you're new to this channel, welcome to my returning subscribers. Thank you for always coming back. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is tinuolaakinyeleo. In this channel, we talk about buying a house, and we talk about personal finance, and we also talk about living in the UK. So if this is what interests you, please consider joining this family. And do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you watch this video to this point, and why do you think the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer? You can share your opinion in the comment section. I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. Bye bye.